of animation is weird and wonderful. Its limits are bound only by the imagination. Great animators employ some common methods for bringing characters to life. It's alive! Allow me to introduce Tyler. He's agreed to demonstrate some of the principles of animation. Haven't you, Tyler? When Tyler's story was written, he was given a character flaw. He's headstrong. Aren't you, Tyler? This creates dramatic tension. And he has another problem. His soundtrack is turned off. You promised to behave, didn't you, Tyler? Please turn on his soundtrack. Thank you.
It's about time.
The animation process begins with story. Writers create scripts which are developed into drawings called storyboards.
With some show like The Simpsons or Family Guy or those kinds of shows, they have sort of writing rooms where people get locked away. I'd say that brainstorming with other people, other writers, is probably the best way. Know your demographic, know what kind of age group you're writing for. It's really key. You study up on that.
I've worked in the industry for about 12 years, doing mostly work for like commercials and networks, kind of like Cartoon Network and stuff like that. And when I get a script, I do my best at seeing like where are the points that are definitely the storytelling points. And it's just like, it's very similar to a comic strip, comic book. You're doing basically a keyframe. The best looking keyframe, but you're also establishing a relationship with what's important. When we get the scripts, and I put the voices together, and then I show, if I'm the director, usually this is usually the case, I'll show maybe my creative director, who's maybe the studio boss, whatever. That's how it was when I was in Atlanta.
The storyboard is a character's reason for being. The soundtrack is his soul.
That's stupid.
Recording it is the next production step in an animated film. The drawings are then synced up to the sound. Then other techniques bring a character to life. Writers create scripts, which are developed into drawings called storyboards.
Look, we get that one again, John? I got it a little hot. Don't you change anything. I had just adjusted my level right here. There's 3 phases when you're recording sound for animation. Tracking, mixing, and mastering. The tracking involves this first process of getting the voice recorded. The engineer has to make sure that the talent is comfortable and delivering a good performance, and as the engineer you need to make sure that you're vigilant in paying attention to the meters and make sure you're not overdriving things. The second phase of it involves mixing, and that's where we'll take it and cut it up and apply certain processors like limiters, compressors, and EQs to try to make that voice seat into the animation. Now, the last part is mastering, and in mastering we do the final polishing. You do that after it's all done, and you would maybe apply things like normalization to it or final limiting to boost that level up. Nobody likes to hear a vocal that says a certain line and you go, huh? What'd you say? Or I lost that. Or those strings swelled at the wrong time. I couldn't hear the joke. So it's up to us as sound people in an animation to make sure that everything is legible and they hear the joke. When's the last time you watched a TV commercial and heard the person say, what? What kind of diapers was that? I didn't catch that.
Tyler, would you please demonstrate the principle of squash and stretch?
You said I'd get something.
All right. What do you want?
I want a double rad Oppenheimer atomic aggravator gun with X-ray sights and an alien sidekick.
If you cooperate, at the end of the film we'll work out the details. Let's get going. Tyler? Attention. Tyler? Catch. You've just seen a gag. These are used in films to create humor. Now, Tyler, please demonstrate squash and stretch. Very good, Tyler. Squash and stretch. Along with anticipation. Tyler, would you please do that in slow motion? This first pose prepares us for the motion that follows. It is also referred to as staging. It defines our character's unmistakable attitude or intent. The placement of these drawings is an interpretation of motion. It's designed to accelerate our character from one pose to the next. It's usual to plan animated motion with an ease out, then an ease in sequence. Most animation is planned from pose to pose and is output at 30 frames per second. The drawings required are usually half the frame count, or 15 per second. This is called drawing on two. Let's ask a world-famous animator, Joe Cartoon, to tell us about the skills you need.
Hello! I don't know if you've noticed it, but there is a great gap between us. Indeed! A vast and gaping gap it is!
You're artists, right? But what you are really is an entrepreneur. And the product is your head.
Feel the sting of this relentless chasm!
We have licensing deals. Mondo Media Happy Tree Friends is a partner of ours in that. By creating content, we attracted the attention of Atom Films, Shockwave, Comedy Central.
Cross this great chasm so that we might be together!
If you have a hit, if that thing blows up on YouTube or MySpace or Facebook, wherever it blows up, if it blows up, you're going to get all the jobs you want.
1, 1, 2, 2!
Motion of the human body always describes arcs. This fact makes our movements different from that of machines. Without arcs, we would appear mechanical, stiff and artificial. Now, if you're ready, your next scene is a love scene.
Ugh, gross! I want to do a monster scene with skulls!
Tyler, I'm afraid that isn't part of our script.
Monster scene! Monster scene! I want my space gun! And aliens!
All right, Tyler. Beware of what you wish for. Sir, would you please go over and get Tyler?
What are you doing? What do you think you're doing? Hey! Dude, who do you think you are?
The backgrounds are also an important part of a film's design. If they fail to support the character animation, it can distract from the storyline. This background was drawn by a gifted chimpanzee. Hit the set switch, please. Animation is born from an idea, structured by writers with insightful words, fleshed out in character design and storyboards by artists, made to speak with the skill of sound designers, and given the illusion of movement by animators, then brought to life by you, the viewer. I think he's had enough.
So have I.